Thank you very much.
There's still a lot of fact checking left to do, and try attempts to corroborate this with other sources. One thing we do know is that the Attorney General William Barr is denying Bolton's claim that Bolton had came to him, raising concerns about the president's conversations with foreign leaders and some of the natures of those requests, and saying that that Bolton's account of Barr expressing his own reservations about those conversations was not accurate. That is sort of right now the only major substantive pushback we have seen to any of the claims Bolton writes in his book. That said, because Bolton signed a non-disclosure agreement not to disclose classified information, one of the penalties there, if the government can prove that Bolton did divulge classified information, they can try to garnish all of the proceeds that Bolton made, including his substantial advance for writing this book. So that is one avenue. The other is potential criminal action on the against Bolton. That is something the president has argued that what Bolton is doing here is illegal. It's a criminal revelation of classified information. And the president on Monday said that any conversation his aides have with him, he deems to be classified. So that's paints with a fairly broad brush. It would be on the burden would be on prosecutors to prove that the conversations and information contained in this book is indeed classified, to the point that they can sustain a criminal charge against Bolton if they were looking to do so. But that is the other avenue that we have yet to see the Department of Justice move forward on. But certainly the president and other officials have been threatening that they might do so. Now that many of these substantive allegations are in a book form, you could potentially see Democrats try to compel Bolton's testimony in the House going forward sometime this year. It could make for some blockbuster election year television. But as of yet, the initial statements coming out of Capitol Hill from Democrats have been, this information would have been far more helpful to them 5 or 6 months ago while they were conducting their impeachment proceedings, and not now. It's certainly not helpful. From the small scale, the allegations about the president's conversations with the Chinese government asking for essentially a concessions to help him win another campaign undercut his campaign's messaging now that Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic nominee, is too soft on China. So there's that campaign political messaging has gotten a little bit more complicated in the last 5 or 6 hours now. We will likely hear the president and other advisors claim that some of these allegations aren't true. At the same time, the Department of Justice is arguing that this book shouldn't see the light of day right now because it contains accurate classified information. So it's going to be a little bit of mixed messaging on the part of the administration as they try to combat this book going forward.